Over 100,000 Americans are in the hospital with COVID-19. This news comes as another vaccine is getting the green light from the FDA. Congress is moving fast to reach a final agreement on a COVID-19 relief package. We'll tell you about the hurdles in their way.
With Christmas approaching, we spoke to shoppers at the Mill Creek Mall about how they're choosing to do their holiday shopping this year.
In high definition from your news leaders is Jet 24 Action News at 11.
New at 11, Moderna receiving emergency use authorization from the FDA, clearing the way for a second vaccine to begin being distributed across the country. ABC's Trevor Ault reports this comes as more than 114,000 Americans are battling COVID-19 in the hospital.
Late Friday, the FDA granting emergency use authorization for Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine.
This is another crucial step in the fight against a global pandemic that is causing vast numbers of hospitalizations and deaths in the United States every day. This vaccine met the FDA's rigorous standards for quality, safety, and efficacy.
Moderna and Pfizer's vaccines are similar. They both use messenger RNA technology to teach your cells how to protect the body against COVID-19. Efficacy rates for both are more than 94%, but there are differences. Pfizer's requires ultra-cold refrigeration at negative 94 degrees, while Moderna's can be kept in a regular freezer. The difference means the Moderna vaccine may be more accessible.
That means a lot of parts of the country, especially nursing homes, rural areas, can now be reached with the Moderna vaccine.
The head of Operation Warp Speed, General Gus Perna, says these two vaccines allow the country to be on the offensive against this pandemic.
We remain on track to allocate around 20 million doses of vaccine to all jurisdictions by the end of December.
And these vaccines can't come soon enough. More than 114,000 Americans are now fighting the virus in the hospital, the U.S. breaking its own record 12 days in a row, with 18,000 Americans dying in the past week, according to the COVID Tracking Project. Pete Laredo's brother Billy was among them.
It's a killing machine is what it is, if it finds the right victim.
In addition to healthcare workers, efforts are now underway to protect some of the nation's most vulnerable, older Americans in nursing homes. More than 100,000 COVID-related deaths have been linked to nursing homes nationwide. The CDC is now coordinating with CVS and Walgreens to deliver the vaccines to these facilities. Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
Now to the latest COVID-19 numbers in our region. In Erie County, there were 220 new positive cases of COVID-19. The total number of cases since March now stands at 9,686. Crawford County is reporting 100 new cases. Warren County reporting 64. Ashtabula County 106 cases. And Chautauqua County is reporting a total of 2,748 cases. Across the Commonwealth, there was an additional 9,824 new positive cases reported, bringing the total to over 548,000. 217 more people died from the virus in the past 24 hours, bringing the total number of deaths in the state to 13,825. Congress is racing to reach a final agreement on a COVID-19 relief package that would extend unemployment benefits and send a new round of stimulus checks to most American taxpayers. But there are still some hurdles. The short-term fix gives lawmakers just 48 hours to finalize a COVID relief package. Both sides say a deal is close, but there is one significant hurdle. Language proposed by Republican Senator Pat Toomey that would block Biden administration from relaunching several expiring lending programs after he takes office.
Everybody needs to make a decision about whether we're going to pass this much needed relief or not, and about 11th hour demands and whether they are worth holding up the entire bill.
There's a kind of gravitational pull here in Congress where, unless we are careful, any major negotiation can easily slide into an unending catalog of disagreements.
The $900 billion relief package would include $600 in direct payments for millions of Americans, plus $300 weekly federal unemployment benefits. A man was killed in a wreck overnight after crashing into a pole. According to police, this happened around 2 a.m. along the 1000 block of East 12th Street. That's right by the Bayfront connector. The man was speeding when his SUV left the roadway, hit a metal pole, and split in half. Police do believe the 46-year-old may have been drinking. One person is in the hospital after getting ejected from their vehicle. According to West Meade Township Police, this happened around 1 a.m. on the 10,000 block of Liberty Street extension. The vehicle left the roadway, hit a telephone pole, rolled several times, then struck a house. The driver was thrown from the vehicle and was transported to Meadville Medical Center, then UPMC Hammett. A vacant house was badly damaged by a fire this morning. This happened around 7:30 at a house right by the intersection of East 8th and Ash Street. The fire was so intense that firefighters did not go inside because they feared it might collapse on them. Firefighters were able to put it out in about 45 minutes and nobody was injured. With the long shipping delays that come with shopping online, many folks have turned to in-store shopping to get their holiday gifts. Chelsea Swift spoke to some shoppers at Mill Creek Mall. They are not letting the pandemic stop them from putting presents under the Christmas tree this year.
Yeah, I've had things on Amazon that wouldn't arrive, so it forces you to look at other options.
Like keep it in my front pocket. It's
Well, sometimes you need to see and feel and touch stuff too, you know, and if you don't have an idea for somebody, you need to be out in the mall in person. So, you know, here today trying to finish up the last people on my list.
Moving along. Local Northeast businesses are coming together to make spirits a little brighter for their community. It's good news tonight at 11 o'clock.
How we doing? Huh? Doing good?
Several businesses, including the 49 Thrift Store and the Skunk and Goat Tavern, teamed up Saturday. Folks in attendance could drive up and receive food, clothing, and gifts just in time for the holidays. The general manager of the Skunk and Goat Tavern saying this event continues to show why Northeast takes care of its own, even during a pandemic.
A lot of people have lost their jobs. They've had to move out of their homes into the homes of their parents, the kids' grandparents. There's a lot more families now that need that help, that little extra bit, if anything.
This is the 6th year that the event has taken place in Northeast. And coming up on Jet 24 Action News at 11, over 200 students walked across the virtual stage and joined the Penn State Barron family today. That story coming up, but first let's check in with Tom DeVecchio. Hey, Tom.
Hello, Brian. Snow starting to accumulate in the Edinboro area and other parts of the viewing region. We'll have more with the details after the break.
From your news leader, you're watching Brian Wilt, meteorologist Craig Flint, and Mike Fenner with sports. This is Jet 24 Action News, your news leader.
Your news every hour in primetime is